representation that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or similar to those discussed in this webinar, and past performance of any trading system methodology is not necessarily indicative of future trading results. And everything we talk about here is for educational purposes only. Okay, so who am I? My name is David Kushner. I've been trading the markets for over 25 plus years. I trade stocks, options, futures, and Forex. My background was I had an automotive parts business that I started when I was 18 years old. I had that business for over 28 years before I sold it in 2005, and since then I've been a full-time trader. So like most of you, probably have a whole shelf full of indicators trading systems that came with a lot of empty promises of helping you become a more profitable and more consistent trader. I know that I have like maybe 4 or 5 hard drives full of stuff that I no longer look at or use. And the only thing that I use now is the money flow tracker software. So I was in a webinar that Mark Sachs did, and I saw the money flow tracker system. And I quickly realized that this methodology isn't based around the same old indicators that everybody else teaches, but based more on mathematical modeling and triple and quadruple screen analysis. So now I only trade with institutional money flow, and it's made me more profitable and much more consistent trader. And now I'm running an over 70% win-loss rate. So when I talk about institutional money flow, or I talk about order flow, or money flow, I'm only talking about institutional money flow, right? Not retail trading money flow, institutional money flow. So this is what we're going to be talking about: the money flow tracker software, the high probability setups, the unbreakable rules, how I trade breakouts and sidestep losing trades, the money flow tracker auto trader, and how to pass the evaluations to become a funded trader. So today we're doing a very special 4th of July sale. So those who stay to the end of this 45 minutes presentation, we have a very special discount with some quick action bonuses. So did you ever wonder why some traders just seem to succeed, why others don't? Well, in the world of trading, the difference between success and failure can be as stark as day and night. So let's delve into the reasons why some traders thrive while other traders stumble. Lack of a trading plan. Successful traders meticulously plan their moves. They know what they'll trade, when they'll trade it, how they'll trade it. So without a solid trading plan, you're like a ship without a compass, no direction. You know, you get in your car and you go somewhere, right? You know exactly what you're going to do. You know exactly how you're going to get there. You know what you're going to do when you get there. That is your travel plan. That's what you're doing. And trading is no different. You have to have a plan. You have to know what you're going to do. You have no edge. You know, an edge is your unique advantage in the market. It could be a specific strategy, a technical analysis, or understanding a particular asset. Traders who lack of edge often struggle. Then you have the psychological challenges. You know, trading is as much about psychology as it is about numbers. Fear, greed, impatience can sabotage even the best strategies. Developing mental resilience and emotional discipline is crucial. So I call it your mental mindset. Okay, that's what I call it. You have to have a good mental mindset, and you have mental capital. Overtrading. Overtrading is excessive trading, which leads to exhaustion and poor decision making. So quality over quantity matters. So in the trading room, we have a saying: we're here to make money, not to make trades. Okay, and not adapting to market conditions. You know, markets evolve. Traders who refuse to adapt to changing conditions fall behind. And remember one thing: trading success isn't guaranteed, but understanding these pitfalls can improve your odds. So you need 4 things to create trading success. Number 1, you need software that will provide you with a competitive edge over all other traders. The second thing is you need that edge to track the direction of money flow. Institutional money flow. We don't want to trade along with retail traders. We want to trade along with the institutions. The third thing, etched in stone rules to follow, and this will eliminate discretion. And the fourth thing, which I think is the most important out of the 4, is patience. Patience to let your trade set up. So I'm going to break down the system in detail. Where am I? In detail. But let me show you a few trades that we've taken. Here's an options trade, another options trade. This is a trade on 30-year bonds, $1,281. Here's a trade on the euro currency. You know, it's likely you have a problem making money. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here. Is that correct? Is that a correct statement for most of you? Yes. All right. Why? You don't have the proper tools for officially managing your trades. You overtrade, you revenge trade, you make impulsive decisions. This is a big one. You lack consistency. You trade with indicators that lag price. You lack a mathematical proven trade methodology, and all these things lead to blowing up trading accounts. So my commitment to you for coming to this webinar is to bring this to an end. All right? So why did 95 to 98% of traders go broke? Because they follow the same old things that everybody teaches, but just really doesn't work. Price action, MACD, Elliott wave, Fibonacci, price patterns, all this stuff have no future predictive properties. Now, I am not saying that the money flow tracker is a crystal ball and can predict the future. I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, it gives you very high probability setup. So Mark Sachs, he developed the money flow tracker, and he had over 15 plus years of studying the field of applied mathematics. He was a professor at Jefferson University, and after 8 long years, he engineered a software system and a trade methodology that can radically improve your trade performance. And we have over 500 traders that we trade shoulder to shoulder every morning. So before we get started, I'd like to share my trade journal with you. Okay, so I use a program. It's an online trade journal. It's called Edgewonk. Got to log in here. And every day, at the end of the day, I do a performance report in NinjaTrader, and then I download it into an Excel sheet, and then I click on here, and this was today's, this was yesterday's, and I import it. And what this does is it imports the trade ID and all the trades into this program. And it gives me a way to determine how am I doing in my trading. And I could do all kinds of reports and all this other stuff. But see, last month in June, we had one small losing day, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4 days we didn't trade. Why didn't we trade these days? Because the markets were choppy, non-trending, and we didn't have any setups. So the software does a great job on keeping you out of choppy, non-trending days. Like in May, look, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days we didn't trade in May. Now, May wasn't a great month, but we still did $9,848. June, we did $19,771. All right. So, you know, you don't have to trade every day to make money. Here is my equity curve. Okay. Nice, solid equity curve. We have some losing days. We have some, very few losing weeks, but we have some losing days. But you know what? We're running right now 72.42% win rate, but our profit factor is 3 to 1. Right? It's 3 to 1 profit factor. So this is, like I said, this is my trade journal. April was kind of a slower month, but if you look at this, March we did 11,000, April we did 6,300, May we did 9,800, and June we did 19,000. All right, but the main thing is the profit factor and our win rate. But the profit factor is the most important thing, in my opinion. We're risking 1 to make 3. All right, so there's my trade journal. So the markets consist of many small retail traders these little marbles, plus one or more large institutional trader. So who do you think really moves the market here? Not the retail traders. The retail traders end up going broke. The institutional traders are the ones that move the market. So why wouldn't you want to trade with them on their coattails when they're moving the market? So the Money Flow Tracker software has 3 key metrics. And if you have any questions, just put them in the questions box, or myself or Rory will answer them. Because I know people have questions, so just go ahead and put them in there. All right, so the Money Flow Tracker has 3 key metrics that determine money flow. Triple screen assessment of correlative markets using our AI program, triple screen assessment of order flow, and triple screen assessment of LIQUIDITY. So what do I mean by triple screen assessment? So triple screen assessment is just a way of saying 3 time frames in agreement. Right? 3 time frames in the buy, 3 time frames in the sell agreement. So our charts are done by, if you're trading a 2-minute, everything is a multiple of 3. We trade with Unirenko, so we use range bars. So triple screen assessment of order flow is the most powerful force that moves price. And when I say order flow, most people, the first thing that comes into their mind are these candles, order flow candles that have all these numbers on the right, on the left, on the top, on the bottom, on the side, upside down, sideways, and inside out. Right? It's really impossible for you to make sense of all these numbers and make good trading decisions all at the same time. So we realized that. So what we did was we have a different way of showing order flow. But what we mean by triple screen assessment of order flow is 3 time frames with order flow going in the same direction. So our order flow candles are designed that when you have a positive delta in the candle, the outline of the candle will be green. And when you have a negative delta in the candle will be red. So to keep the terms easy, more buyers than sellers, it's going to be green. More sellers than buyers, it's going to be red. I like to keep things really simple, right? And our charts are displayed in a very simple way. Our indicators are displayed by these line charts, the colored background, and everything else. So the second most powerful force that moves price is triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY and using our hybrid candles, the wicks. So triple screen assessment of the modified LIQUIDITY means that we have to have the LIQUIDITY, the modified LIQUIDITY, going in the same direction on 3 time frames, right? And our hybrid candles show the wicks inside the Renko bars. So for those of you who know about Renko bars, you basically don't know where price is in the candle unless you look at your scaling to the right and see where price is, right? So when you see a long wick inside, that's a pullback candle. When you see very short wicks, that's momentum. The next thing we use is the modified LIQUIDITY. So what we did was on the modified LIQUIDITY is we took all these indicators, added an algorithm, and developed the modified LIQUIDITY. So the modified LIQUIDITY is an oscillator, but it doesn't show divergence or anything like that. It just shows the strength of the trend. So when the modified LIQUIDITY crosses below 20, it will turn red. And when it crosses above 20 and is sloping up, it will be lime green. And when it crosses below 80 and is sloping down, it will be orange. But we want it to be pinned at 100 or pinned at 0 so we get our acceleration dots. That's what we're looking for, the acceleration dots. So now let's get into the quant lines, right? We have a long term and a short term. And our quant lines take 28 market components and we plug it into our AI system for correlation. So like most people know about correlation, they understand correlation, but they don't pay any attention to correlation. But we do. So if ES is going up, wouldn't it be better for your trade if NQYM and RTY were also going in the same direction. It's like the saying, a rising tide floats all boats. Well, if ES is going up and NQ is going down and YM is going down and RTY is going down, what do you think is going to happen to the ES eventually? It's going to have a hard time going up if the rest of the market is selling off. So we want to see all the markets going in the same direction. All right, any questions? All right. So the next thing we figured, you know what, let's add a fourth time frame for higher probability setups. So if we have 4 times frames in agreement, we're going to have a trend in place. And so what we did is we developed the C2 indicator. And the C2 indicator, all it does is add another time frame. So the C2 indicator is displayed by this stair-stepping line above the candles. Green going up and dark red going down. So let's put it all together with the rules. Right? And the rules and the setups. So if you can follow these easy to follow rules and setups, you should have very high probability trades. I am not saying, and I'm repeat, I am not saying that every trade is going to be a winner. All right, because that would be untrue, and I will never do that. You know, it wasn't but 3 years ago that I was on the other side of the mic listening to Mark do a webinar about the money flow tracker. So when I saw the money flow tracker software, I realized that this was exactly what I was looking for. So the first rule is the colored background. It's either going to be green or dark pink. And that gives us 3 time frames in agreement. The next rule is we must have the C2 indicator, the stair-stepping line, to bring in a 4th time frame. The third rule is the solid line and the dot dash line. The solid line must be above the dot dash line going up and below going down. If we have a pivot or the VWAP or a higher time frame support resistance area, in order to take the trade, you must wait for the candle to clear the pivot or the obstruction by 3/4 of a candle. And then you must wait for a pullback candle. And I'll explain why a little bit along in the webinar. Both quants must be, the top one is the short term, the bottom one is the long term, must be in agreement. The multi-time frame Laguerre must be in agreement. The modified Laguerre must be pinned at 100 or at 0 to get the acceleration dots. And there's your trade. And this trade here was 63 ticks, $630 per contract by exiting using the dot dash line color change. All right. So trading with the money flow tracker rules will keep you out of choppy, non-trending markets, which usually lead to losses where most traders lose money. You ever wonder why some people that, you know, I had a great day trading yesterday and I had a great day trading today, and then tomorrow they lose it all, right? They make money one day, lose it the next day. Make money one day, lose it the next day. Why does this happen to people? Because it's easy to make money when the markets are trending, and it's easy to lose money when the markets are not. So we only trade when the markets are trending. And it's okay not to trade every day. We have lots of days where we don't take any trades, and that's okay, because those are the days we would be losing money, right? First of all, we won't get setups, number one. So, you know, it's okay. So here's a trade that I took on CL. So look, it broke the pivot, got the pullback, first profit target, 10 ticks. So that's $100. And then the exited on the line change was for another 55 ticks. So this trade here was $650. So what does the money flow tracker software give you? It gives you clear and exact entries, clear and exact exits, and you get all your targets and ATMs pre-configured. So now I'm going to show you how I trade breakouts using the money flow tracker software, and I call it the pull back and go. So I need to get my pen here. Let's get the pen. Let's get color. So here we have a pivot. The market's coming down, right? It's coming down. It breaks the pivot. We get the pullback candle. As this candle pulls back about halfway or more, that's when we place our order to sell on down close. So what happens? The market's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, and we get the pullback and it goes up like that, right? Well, we never get our order filled, and we dodged or we sidestepped a losing trade. And we get a lot of these. We sidestep a lot of losing trades with this strategy by waiting for that pullback candle, because a lot of times you break a pivot, you break an obstruction, it pulls back, retests it, and then goes. And this was a case where it did. It pulled back, retested it, and then down it went. But most cases lately, it comes down, we get the pullback candle, we place our order, and then it continues on going in the other direction. So that's how we trade the pullback strategies. And we save a lot of losing trades. Okay, so here's one on RTY. Broke the pivot, got the pullback, placed the order, up it went. Here's one on crude oil. Here's two on the Canadian dollar. So now let's talk about the money flow tracker auto trader. So this would be John Ibecham. You asked about, can I do this with a full-time day job? Yes. So the auto trader, so this we normally trade it just on MNQ, right? So here's a trade that it took 704 ticks. Here's another trade that it took 665 ticks. Here's another trade that it took 1,016 ticks. So what does the auto trader do? The auto trader follows the rules. So we want the bias, which is the colored background, and the C2. We want the Laguerre on. We want the multiple time frame Laguerre. We want the 50-50 with all this. The 15 we want red or green. The 50 we want red or green. We want price above or below those. The trend, the MA diff. So what is the MA diff? The MA diff is how far away from the 50 is the market. If the market is too far away from the 50, it tends to pull back. So we want to clear the pivots. We want to clear the volume zones. We want the quants to be red or green. This is an important one. First target value, 21 ticks. It's 20 ticks, but it has to go to 21 to get filled. So in this particular case, let me go to the, okay, in this particular case, it won't trade into a pivot unless there's at least 21 ticks. So if there's a setup and a pivot that's 15 ticks from the setup, it won't take the trade. It has to have that 21 ticks. So this was a trade that the auto trader took, and I felt that this trade was going to be a big trade, so I recorded it after my first target, right? And I'm just going to fast forward this. Now, I didn't take the trade, the auto trader took it, right? So look, we're up 191 ticks, 277 ticks, 317 ticks, 537 ticks, 578 ticks, and we ended up closing at 570 ticks. 570 ticks. So we trade 2 micros. We trade a total of 4 micros. So the first is 80 ticks. So that's 80 tick profit plus $570 is $650 on this one trade, trading 4 micros. Okay. Is the MA diff in ticks? The MA diff is shown like, I'll show you. Here's a chart on NQ. It showed right up here in the top hand corner. I don't know if it's in ticks or what, and I don't really care. But if I was to draw from here to here, it's 39. So it's not really measured in ticks. I'm not really sure how it's measured, but it works fine. So I'm not changing it. So if the MA diff is too high, that's our way of telling that the market is overbought or oversold. All right. So now let's get into how to pass the evaluations. All right. So passing the evaluations is not that difficult if you focus on the process instead of focus on the carrot. What do I mean by that? Focus on trading well instead of focusing on the money. You know, most professional traders never focus on how much they could make. They only focus on how much they could lose. And that's the way you have to look at it. Take your setups when they're there. If they qualify as a setup, take the setup and let the trade work. Don't worry about the money part. If your money part will take care of itself, right? You know, the challenges or evaluations or whatever they call these days are really designed to make you fail because of the parameters they put in place, like how many trading days to pass, the trailing drawdown, over trading and revenge trading, all that. It causes sloppy trading. And most people don't choose the right account size. If you like to trade micros, then pick a $25,000 account. If you like to trade full contracts, maybe a $50,000 account is not the right account for you. Maybe a $175,000 or $100,000 account would be the right account for you. All right. So this is what my risk per trade is. So if you think because you went to Apex or Buell Knox or Lilo or one of these companies and you got a $50,000 account, you think you're trading a $50,000 account. You're wrong. You're 100% wrong. You are trading your drawdown. And think about it that way. You're trading your $2,500 drawdown. So I don't risk any more than 10% of my drawdown on any one trade, which is $250. So on NQ, I have to trade micros because we use a 40 tick stop on NQ. So at $5 a tick, you know, if I trade 2 contracts at a 40 tick stop, that's a $400 loss if I take a loss. That's over my max risk per trade. So I have to cut it down and trade micros. So I believe I'm trading 6 micros to keep within my risk parameter. And, you know, if your win rate is 50% and you're trading 1-to-1, you're at break even. If you're trading 2-to-1 or above, you're profitable. If you're at 60% and you're trading 1-to-1, you're profitable. So we're at 73% and our is 3-to-1. So we don't really have to worry about it because we're over our max. We have a 3-to-1 risk reward and our win rate is over 70%. So rather than avoid risk, take intelligent risk, and this will give you that competitive edge. And that's what you need. You need an edge, just like this little mouse. He says, I'm going to get that piece of cheese, and if this thing flops and hits me in the head, okay, that's why he's got a helmet on. All right. Any questions? All right. So trading success, what does it mean? It means financial freedom, no financial pressure. You work from home. You have no boss. You have no commute. and you have the advantage of being a full-time trader. You know, there are days where I just don't feel like trading. I just don't feel mentally aware enough or whatever to trade. I just not in the mood to trade for some reason. It's just not, I'm not feeling it that day. But because I'm running the trade room and I have a responsibility to the people in the room, I get myself out of it and I put on my big pants and my big boy pants and then I end up trading. All right, so now you have two options. Your first option is do nothing and continue on your current path. And if you're making money and you're profitable, then God bless you and keep doing what you're doing. But from the poll, I would say most people would be on the second option. Take action today, join the thousands of traders that work 4 hours plus or minus a day from home and have no boss and total financial freedom. Okay, so the benefits and features. It's easy to learn. You get the workspace, they're very intuitive, perfect for beginners, perfect for any account size. You perfect for futures, Forex, stocks. You could trade stock options with it, the same thing. We have lots of traders. We have lots of traders that just trade with the auto trader. They have jobs, they have full-time jobs, and they set the auto trader. I'll show you the auto trader has some parameters in here that you can set up the time of day you want it to start and stop. It has risk parameters here. So let's say you want to make 500. You can set it, okay, if I make 500, don't trade anymore. If I lose 300, don't trade anymore. So that keeps you within your risk parameter. If you trade a prop firm, it has here, exit on session close. It's in seconds, but it's exit on session close. So it has all the rules as the money flow tracker, except it takes it automatically. You can trade equities with this also. We have minute charts that you can put on the money flow tracker and trade equities if you'd like also. All right, so for the first 10 people that come on board today, we have this very special July 4th deal. So the first thing you're going to get is the market scanner. So the market scanner will scan all your time frames and all your instruments and tell you when you have a potential opportunity. It's not going to say, just because it says buy on a 15 minutes doesn't mean you have exactly a 15-minute buy signal, right? You have to go look at the chart and you have to see if it meets all the rules. So you'll get this as a $9.99 value for no charge. You'll get the NDT execution platform, which is $1,499. And this is what we use, a single button to enter and exit trades. You'll get the masterclass series on Forex, futures, stocks, and options, which are excellent. I've watched them all. You'll get 1 month in my trade room. And our trade room was, there was a study done by Dr. Victor Allen. And his study, he reviewed more than 225 trading websites and evaluated them using several factors, including transparency, proven track record, and assistant traders with education materials and online support. And we came out on top at Right Line Trading, little company like ours. And this was published in Traders World and Stock and Commodities magazine. So today, what we're doing is, this is wrong. I don't know what happened here. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me see here. 1 second. Let me stop showing for a quick second. What happened here? I changed it. Oh, damn it. This is not right. All right, 1 second. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Unless I pulled up the wrong. Let's see. I don't think I pulled up the wrong. Sorry, 1 second. I think I opened up the old file by mistake. Sorry. Where is it? All right, let me just go to the website because this isn't right. One second. Sorry about this error here. Okay. All right. Let me go here. All right. I go here now. Sorry. Swap this. Do this. All right. Let me go to the website. All right. So what you're going to get is trading system. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is a 50% off. So 50% off is $17.97 for the annual subscription, $24.97 for a lifetime subscription. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you the money flow tracker software. You're going to get it installed, white glove installation. You'll get a month in the trading room. You're going to get all these bonuses. You're going to get the NDT. You're going to get the Auto Trader. You're going to get the Masterclass series. Let's see. You're going to get the Masterclass series. You're going to get the room, a month in the room. So here's my commitment to you. When you subscribe to the Money Flow Tracker software, is to help you become a successful trader. Remember, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. Again, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. You're just not using the right tools to be successful. It's like trying to, oh, 1 second. All right, I think I am on the right slide now. Okay, you're just not using the right tools to be successful. Remember, it's like trying to pound a nail with a screwdriver. Yeah, eventually you'll get it in there, but if you used a hammer, it would be in a couple of shots, right? So the money flow tracker is totally unique and will give you the edge to trade with the institutional order flow. So my commitment to you is teach you not just how to read the setups, but also develop a mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. Okay? So if you'd like to purchase the software, all you have to do is go to the chat window and go to webinar right here, right? Click on this link, right? It'll bring up the website. Let's go ahead and put this back. It'll bring up the website. Go down to the bottom. This is 50% off lifetime membership at $17.97 annually. So if you want to do the annual, just click on it. the coupon code is already applied. So it's $27.97, save $1,000, $17.97. And next year, when your renewal comes up, it will be at the same price, $17.97. All right. If you want the same way, if you want to do the lifetime for $24.97, you know, this is a 4th year life special, 50% off. Same thing, except this price is not right, and I have to have them change this. So Rory, you need to change the lifetime because the price is not right. A coupon code is lifetime? Oh, how come you put the coupon code applied automatically? Okay, $24.97. So the coupon code is lifetime. Or if you prefer, put your name and your phone number in the questions box, and you can, Rory will give you a call after the webinar. You can ask as many questions as you like, and he can take care of your purchase there. I know a lot of people don't like to buy stuff online these days, especially some places, you never know. So they would rather do it over the phone. So if you want to put your name and your phone number in the questions box, we'll be happy to give you a call after the webinar, and you can ask as many questions as you want and do your purchase. You have no obligation, and we won't call you 500 times. I hate when people do that. You tell them, no, I'm not interested, and they keep calling you every 2 weeks. Okay? So look, it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of day traders and swing traders are losing money. These are retail traders. This guy is a retail trader. This is typical retail trading, right? We don't trade with retail traders, right? We trade with institutional traders. Do you want to be the guy that's flushing your money down the drain, or do you want to be the guy that's taking the money from the guy who's flushing it? We trade with institutional order flow. This guy is an institutional trader, right? Our traders are making money. Why? Because we trade with institutional money flow. All right, Al, I'll have Rory give you a call after the webinar. This is a real, there's probably 50 different testimonials from all different people, but this particular woman was in a webinar just like you are, and she contacted Mark and she said, you know, I really like the idea of trading. I just don't know anything about it. You know, can you help me learn and become a successful trader? I mean, she didn't know anything, nothing. So Mark took her by the hand, and you can see in here it says Mark taught me things. Took her by the hand, sat in front of the computer, showed her the setup, said, when you get all these things lined up, I want you to push buy on up close. If it's a dark pink background, I want you to push sell on down close. So she did this for 4 months straight. And now she's a 6-figure trader, and she doesn't trade every day either. She only trades when she has a setup, and she has institutional order flow. This was a guy, his name's David also. He was in, I think he was in like my 4th webinar I ever did with Brightline. He sends me this message over the questions box, and he says, I'm the world's worst trader. I've been at this for like too many years. I'm not making money. I make money, I lose money, I make money, I lose money. He says, I'm really thinking about giving up trading. And I said, and he said, can you help me? So I said, okay. So I talked with him. We talked over Skype, got him set up, got him trading, right? So just to make short here, you know, he started trading in my trading room, learned the method. More important, the rules for trading. We only take specific setups. When we follow rules, we have a success rate around 70%. Well, right now he has about 10 Apex accounts and 10 Buellnox accounts. He might even have more. So in here it says the money flow tracker software, along with David's methodology and rules for trading, allow me to act like a robot and eliminate guesswork and emotions from my trading. We use the NDT, which I showed you, which allows a single push button when we see a correct setup. So every day he looks at it as simple. See setup, push button, see setup, push button, see setup, push button. Right? Now he's a successful trader. He sent me a message this morning that he made $2,500 and he's quitting for the day. I said, okay, send me my commission. So again, if you'd like to talk with us, put your name and your phone number in the questions box, or you can just go to the website. You can go to the website and do your purchase the same way I showed you before. Just go down here on the bottom. I'm going to have Rory change the lifetime coupon code so it automatically applies the coupon code like it does on the annual. And the annual, let's see, already took off the coupon, the $1,000 off. All right, and you'll get all the bonuses that I showed you. And we'll give you the money flow tracker minute charts for those who want to trade stocks and other things. Okay. So let me put up this website again. Where is it? Okay, and you'll get all the bonuses that I showed you. I usually have a slide with all this on here, but for some reason I changed it all and it didn't change. So that's pretty much all I have today. Any questions? And we can get you set up and you could be in the trading room with us on Friday. All right. I apologize about my PowerPoint. I don't know why it didn't. I made some changes and it didn't take. I saved them, it didn't take. So you'll get all the bonuses along with that. So any questions, if you like, you can always call us at 786-732-4656. And we're running this 4th of July special deal. So I would advise you to take advantage of that if you can. You won't be sorry. I wasn't sorry when I got involved with the Money Flow Tracker software 3 years ago and has given me these type of results. You know, how can you be sorry when you have months like this? 19,000, 10,000, 6,200, 11,000, 5,000, 5,000. Look what we did last year in 2023. This is our monthly reports from last year. We did 8,300 in January. I thought actually August was going to be our best month, which basically it has still been. But, you know, this is our equity curve from last year. You know, we did over $110,000 last year. And that's only trading in the morning, 3 hours. So if you'd like to have, I don't have my broker statement because I use this. I do have broker statements, but I use this for my trade analysis. Why? Because I can do lots of different things here, like consecutive winners, losers, performance by instrument. So if I wanted to look at a certain instrument performance, I can look at it that way. I can look at my performance by time, by day, by time, 30-minute intervals, so I can see what time of the days are the best times to trade. By day, there's a lot of different things I can do here that I can't do in a brokerage statement. So that's why I use this program. All righty, but the numbers don't lie. We're running a 3.10 profit factor at a 72.42% win rate. We've been trading NQ, CL. We're trading YM. We're trading copper right now. We stopped trading gold because gold has been like very whippy and it's been very difficult to trade. So we stopped trading gold and we've been trading copper, and we've been doing great with copper. Here is today on the auto trader on NQ, it did $755. And on the auto trader on MNQ did $271. We didn't take any trades on copper or didn't take any trades on CL today. So, oh, hi, David. David and I are email friends. He emails me all the time. Here is the, let's see. So that's pretty much all I have for you. Again, if you like, put your name and your phone number in the questions box. We'll give you a call afterwards. And thank you for attending. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room on Friday or Monday. And have a great 4th of July weekend. And I thank you for coming to this webinar. All righty. All right, Paul. Thank you, Al. All right, Paul, Roy will give you a call. Roy will give you a call. Well, hold on. Roy says, oh, he says, we have a couple people that join. So we have Alan, we have Brenda, we have, thank you for coming aboard. We have George, Mark, Alfredo. Great. John, you'll get the recording. Roy will send out the recording. All righty. Okay. Well, everybody have a great 4th of July weekend. Be safe. Don't drink a 5th on the 4th. and take care. Bye-bye.